Next, I want to look at planned activities. And it's really easy to actually create planned projects within Alloy. I'm going to illustrate that by creating a grass cutting project for you. So let's create job, select assets. I'll use the map picker here, and it's going to bring in all the assets into this view. So what I'm going to do is just filter for grass, which will take out most of the assets, and we've just got the grassed areas left. And then I can just use this nice polygon tool to draw around Jefferson Gardens, the area we were looking at earlier. There you go, it's selected 25 grassed areas. Select done. Job type, so what are we actually going to do? Grass cutting. Done. And then you can put in the job details. So we'll issue this out. And this is the information that we're going to issue out. So this is the stuff that's been designed in the designer. So there's a health and safety checklist that we've designed. You could make your own checklists up. It could be multiple questions, one question, have you reviewed the attached PDF, whatever you want. That's a sort of flexibility of the system. So select done. Assign the job. So you can just send them out as 25 individual jobs, or you can put them into existing projects that bundle them up, or new projects. So we'll do a new one, and we'll give it a name. So Jefferson Gardens grass cutting. Ooh. There we go. I can choose the team that we're going to push it to. Field team B, and I could even push it to an individual member of that team. I select done there. I can also add in work items, so you're kind of componentizing the job into parts. So I could select some of these work items or all of them, and then for each job, they would see the various activities that they need to carry out. And then that's the process. So then you'd press create 25 jobs. Before I do that, I just want to show you that what you can also do with Alloy is use templates. So let's say I've been through this process and I've created this for Jefferson Gardens, and now I want to create several more projects across my locality. I can save the first project as a template and then just reuse that for all the other projects. And that auto-populates, so I select one of these, that auto-populates all of this information below. So it just speeds up the process of creating this planned maintenance by quite a margin. So I'm going to press create 25 jobs. They're going to get bundled into a project. We'll give that a few seconds to build that. And then once that's happened, you've got other options that you can look at as well. So you can look at scheduling the work, and we've got a few different scheduling options. And if it was sort of a linear-based activity, you could also look at sort of routing the work as well. So let's go into projects. Our grass cutting project. So you can see sort of dark green now, all the grassed areas that have this grass cutting job against them. See the 25 tasks. And if I went to tasks, you'll just see that they're all listed as open currently. There you go, open 25 tasks. Very quickly, just to sort of touch on schedules a little bit more, if I go create schedule, I can pick a schedule type. So we've got a range of schedules you can do. So it could be a repeat schedule. So at this specific time of every week or month on a particular day, carry out the work. Ooh. You actually need to populate it, or you get a little error message. Or a frequency-based one. So starting on this particular date at this time, every X number of, hours, days, weeks, months, years, whatever, carry out the task. Equally, you've got this calendar picker here, which gives you far more flexibility. You can do anything with it in defining when work will be scheduled. And you can use this, I suppose, to create sort of seasonality, which would be very important for grass cutting with grounds. The other thing you can do is kind of create global schedules and then link projects to those global schedules as well. So if you've already created a few sort of seasonal schedules and you want to link those to your grass cutting projects, you can do that. So that's the scheduling side of things with projects. One of the other nice features with Alloy is once your project is underway, you can actually build layers that will allow for you to track progress. So actually, on top of that, I've actually set up this device so that it can, I've set up the system so that it can track mobile devices, the actual apps that the operatives are using. So every time the device syncs with the cloud system, you'll get an updated XY coordinate fix of the operative and where they're up to. But we've also got a layer presented here. This is a LAMS root progress layer showing a LAMS inspection as part of a cleansing program. And you can see the areas that have been completed in green, areas in progress, and of course the proposed sections that haven't actually been assessed yet. And what's really nice with Alloy as well is, you can have lots of these layers set up for lots of different teams. You've got the live stats and the dashboard cards. With all this information, you can keep an eye on progress. If a particular team is performing better than others, and another team is lagging a little bit for whatever reason, it's very easy using the poly selector tool or just individually selecting tasks to reassign them to another team to ensure that you're delivering the service as efficiently as possible. So, in this case, I just select edit and I can change the team. So give it from field team to field team B, change the team member if need be, and then save that. And it updates, and the next time devices sync, that job will get sucked from one team and passed to another team. So there's one more planned activity that I want to show you, and I'm going to switch projects to do this. So let's go to our waste demo. Okay, and in much the same way that we've looked at the other projects, the grass cutting project, the LAMS inspection project, we can produce domestic waste collection rounds as well. So access them from exactly the same location. Projects will go for this one, Monday week 1 recycling. And within the map now, we can see the extent to which these rounds, this particular round covers. We've got 20 tasks, so 20 locations to visit to collect refuse from bins, in this case recycling. And again, it's because of the parent-child relationships and the multi-layered parent-child relationships that we can build in Alloy that we can build rounds for waste collection, but we can also build grass cutting projects, LAMS inspection projects, arboreal inspections, tree health surveys, and so on and so forth. It gives us huge flexibility. So let's have a quick look at how we get to the creation of a round. We zoom in. You can see we've got the National Land and Property Gazetteer presented in the map here. I can select this property here, see the address information. I can also view the bins that are held against this property. So we've got a domestic refuse and a domestic recycling. I can select the recycling bin. And I don't know if you noticed that there, but the bin isn't actually located at the same location as the property. It's around the side. Within Alloy, because everything is a separate asset that can have different geometries and they can all be related, you can actually put the bin in the correct location rather than using the property location, meaning that bin crews actually know where to go to, rather than just arriving at the property or having to use learned sort of knowledge on the job. And this reflects reality quite a lot of the time. Bins can be sort of around the side of houses, at the back of houses, they can be in courtyards and so on. So having this facility is really useful. So we've gone from the property to a child, which is the bin, and then we can just go parents. And you can see actually from the bin that obviously the property is the parent, but also we've got what's called a recycling waste group. And if I select that, you'll see that there are actually 94 bins kind of collected together within this particular waste group. So what a waste group is it's just a package of work. This is one of many waste groups that then combine together to create the round that we just looked at. And so the idea is that a waste collection crew will arrive at this waste group, and then they'll sort of start work. And if there are no issues, they don't record anything. They just close the waste group at the end of the set of tasks when they've been carried out. If there are issues, they, by exception, record those issues. And the beauty of these waste groups as well is that they're not restricted to defining a street. You know, that you can define them as you wish. It could be one side of the street that's a waste group. It could be a courtyard that's a waste group. You've got the flexibility to design all this stuff within the system, again, so that, you know, you can deliver your services and manage your assets as efficiently as possible.